And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Gonna be coming on, sharing some NFL player props with you guys for this. What are we in, man? Week 4 NFL slate. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Just didn't want to leave you guys hanging with no picks. Your boy is not feeling the greatest, so apologies if the energy's down a little bit, but I got plays on Prizepicks, Underdog Fantasy, Better Picks locked in. So we're going to be going ahead and sharing some with you guys here for free. I'm not sure what the viewership's going to be like, but I figured, maybe run up some likes for me. I could be dropping you guys some plays on all 3 apps. Maybe every 10 likes I'll drop a play. So first off, if you don't have the Prizepicks app, you're going to need to get it to tail these plays. You can get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 with my promo code KGKDFS. And my link, that'll be down below in the description as well. I'm going to put it in the chat. It looks like we got some more people coming in here, so we should be able to run the likes up pretty easily. Here is my Prizepicks link. If you are a new user, go ahead and lock this bad boy in, guys. And if you click on that link, that's going to auto-apply that code. I will pin it at the top for everybody here. And that'll get you that bonus, right? You play $5, they're going to give you that $50 instantly. So, let's kick this thing off with my first play here. The thumbnail boy. It's going to be Mr. Zach Moss, and I like him to get in the end zone here today. The over 0.5 rushing and receiving touchdowns. So that will be our first play here. I have a full 6-pick flex. Well, multiple. I have multiple 6-pick flexes. And we got some 5 picks on Better Picks. We got some 3 picks on Underdog Fantasy. So, like I said, I didn't really know what to view. I was hoping there would be a bunch of people here tuning in here today, so we'll see as we go along. Looks like there's more and more coming in, so run the likes up for me. You'll get some more plays, like I said, for the time being on Prizepicks. Let's run this thing up, man. Every 10 likes, I'll drop another play. So our first is going to be the Zach Moss touchdown. The Cincinnati Bengals have a pretty hefty total here against the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers defense stinks, so it makes sense, right? We're looking at a 26.25 implied team total here for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I do like Zach Moss to get in the end zone. Is favored on a bunch of different sports books. When I locked this prop in this morning, he was like minus 135 on DraftKings to get in the end zone. It looks like they're a little bit less bullish on it now. It doesn't really bother me. I still love it. He's getting all the red zone share in the red zone. We're not worried about Chase Brown being in there too much here. They've been really pounding the rock with him on the ground. So anyways, the Panthers defense stinks. They have a 26.25 implied team total. Kind of self-explanatory, but I really like Zach Moss's chances to get in the end zone here today. So kind of short and sweet for you there for the first play. Go ahead and lock that bad boy in. And we can certainly look at some data for him. The first tool that I will use is going to be the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, guys. If you don't have this tool, go ahead and check them out. They're going to hook you up with a nice deal with the promo code KJKDFS or my link down below in the description. They're going to give you 25% off this tool. It's going to bring in a bunch of different data for you to find good plays on these apps, such as Prizepicks, right? So you can see Zach Moss here. They're saying this is the 1, 2, 3, 4th best prop on the board. Minus 125 on DraftKings, all the way up to minus 135 on Hot Streak, 125 on Parlay Play for him to go over. We can certainly refresh this, see if there's anything that's changed. We're looking at about the same, minus 134 on Hot Streak. And, we talked about that team total, right? Talked about the red zone share. Another tool that I like to be using is going to be Outlier. And if we pull that bad boy up, we are going to see that, once again, obviously, if we're taking the Zach Moss touchdown, we want him to be the guy that's running the ball when his team gets into the red zone. And that certainly is the case. Another fantastic tool, guys. 7-day free trial. Link down below. Take advantage of these offers with these tools, right? Bunch of different value to be offered on the channel, a bunch of different discounts as we go along here. If you're someone that's learning how to profit on these apps, you're looking for tools, you're looking for resources, right? My goal is to provide you with a bunch here. So look at the red zone rush attempts, right? I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it on the screen here, actually. It kind of dips now, but that nice big red circle you're seeing is representing the Zach Moss red zone rush attempt share. He is getting 73.3% of the rushes. So there's been 15 total rushes from this team so far in the red zone this season. 11 of those have gone to Zach Moss, 3 of those have gone to Joe Burrow, and only 1 to the backup running back in Chase Brown, right? So when they get into the red zone, all of those rushes are going to Zach Moss, which obviously, if we're taking a touchdown prop, we don't want there to be a guessing game as to who's going to get the ball in the red zone. So that we certainly do have that here with Zach Moss today, right, guys? So that's going to be our first play here. Love that one. Like I said, there's going to be a nice hefty total for the Bengals. Zach Moss getting all the red zone rush share, so we're not too worried about anyone else kind of vulturing a touchdown from him, unless he breaks off like a 40-yard or gets in the red zone and he's dead tired and they bring someone else in. That's pretty much the only way I'd be worried about it. But our odds of that happening aren't too high, right? All right, up to 23 likes. Let's go ahead and drop another play for you guys here. Another play that I'm going to be looking at. And guys, keep running up the likes for me. I'll share all 6 plays in this 6-pick flex. If you guys are showing support, really do appreciate it. We're just going kind of play by play here. Tommy Tremble, and hopefully all of them are still on the board. My play of the day is in this ticket. I already know it got removed, so I'm not going to be able to share that one with you guys, unfortunately. But Tommy Tremble, like his receptions prop here on Prizepicks today, the 2.5. So Adam Thielen went down with an injury 2 weeks ago, a week ago, whatever the case may be, which has really made Tremble get a lot more of the target share here. It's going to be Deontay Johnson, Xavier Legette, Jonathan Mingo as the top 3 wideouts, and then Tommy Tremble. And what really stuck out to me last week is, I mean, look at this snap count trend here for Mr. Tremble, right? If we go game by game, week 1 didn't play. Week 2 came back, 47.8% of the snaps, right, getting healthy. And then week 3, like I said, Adam Thielen went down with an injury here. It was week 3, I guess. Only played 32.9% of the snaps. I was actually saw that play. They bombed the touchdown to him. He got hurt, so he's out for quite some time. But we saw Tommy Tremble then play 85.7% of this team's snaps, right? So, I mean, he went from playing 47% all the way up to 85.7%. There's no more Adam Thielen. We're going to see some of those targets funnel to Tremble's way. And really like his receptions prop here for that reason. And then, obviously, there's going to be a bunch of different data backing that up. As always, you know, I'm always looking at a bunch of different Vegas data. As many things that we could possibly be looking at to determine that this is going to play, right? So if we go ahead and put Mr. Tremble into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, you are going to see that his best possible prop on the board is going to be his over 2.5 receptions. We have a bunch of different sports books favoring his over here today. Minus 125 on the over on Pinnacle, minus 122 on FanDuel, minus 120 on DraftKings, 130, 133 on Caesars, all the way up to 156 on Hot Streak. And I already pulled up all the stats for you guys, but I mean, if he's going to be out there on the field for like 90% of the snaps compared to what he was playing with Thielen healthy, really do like this prop for sure. I think there's a really high probability that he's able to at least get 3 catches. And they got a nice little upgrade at QB too, because Andy Dalton took over. Bryce Young was really struggling. So, you know, I feel a little bit better about this team. They looked a lot better last week with the new QB in place. All things that are really making me like this Tremble prop. Bunch of different data points pointing to him, right? And then if we just pull up the game logs, it's kind of all be reflected. But Tremble, let's see here, last week. You can see in the week before, week 2, 4 targets. Last week, 3 targets. Has racked up 3 receptions in each of those games. And I think, you know, with no Thielen, I keep saying it, but obviously the snap count's going up. And we're getting a ton more targets with them kind of losing a few guys. So, yeah, really like this play for play number 2. So go ahead and be locking that bad boy in. The Tommy Tremble over 2.5 receptions, right? We're seeing a lot more snaps out of him. No more Thielen. So those are going to be the first 2 plays that I'm locking in. And as we're going along here, guys, feel free to ask some questions in the chat. If you have any questions, like I can certainly analyze some props live on the stream if there's certain props that you're debating on or whatever the case may be. It's just going to kind of be a chill, laid-back stream going over some props. Jahan Dotson's my play of the day, the over 2.5 receptions. It does look like it got pulled from the Prizepicks board. I am playing this on Better Picks as well, which we can certainly discuss here. So let's go ahead and pull up the Better Picks app, because I already talked about the the Tommy Tremble prop that I'm playing. Like that over 2.5 receptions. The Jahan Dotson over 2.5 receptions. I don't know if he's going to still be available on Better Picks. I hope so. If you don't have the Better Picks app, guys, go ahead and get it. So this is another play that I'm going to be on as we go along. Like I said, keep running up the likes. I'll drop as many plays as I can. If you guys are showing support, would love to help you out with some free plays here today. And what was I getting at? So if you don't have the Better Picks app, you need to get it. They're going to have a bunch of different value that you can't find on Prizepicks. So the reason we want all these different apps, guys, it's pretty simple. You're going to be able to get certain plays that you just can't get on other apps. They're going to help you win more money, right? So, like, for example, Jahan Dotson over 2.5 receptions is my favorite play on the entire board. There's no A.J. Brown. There's no Devontae Smith here today for the Eagles. I already locked it in on Prizepicks, but I do believe Prizepicks has gone ahead and removed it. So we can no longer get the Jahan Dotson prop on the Prizepicks app. It's too good a value. I was able to lock it in earlier before they took it off the board. I believe if you're watching it right now, you can go ahead and pull up your Prizepicks app and type in Jahan Dotson. I don't think he's there anymore. So if you don't have the Better Picks app, I'll be sharing some plays. We got 51 people in here, 28 likes. Like, get this thing up, to 50 plus likes. You're going to get a bunch of different plays. I'll be dropping a play on each app every 10 likes, right? So if you don't have the Better Picks app, go ahead and get it. It's going to help you out. I'm going to have a bunch of different content, a bunch of different picks on that app as well. I'm going to put this in the chat right now, this link to make it nice and easy on you. I'll pin this at the top right now. They're going to match you all the way up to $200 with that link, okay? Or you can use the code KJKDFS. If you just use my link, it'll be easiest because it's going to auto-apply that code. And obviously, you'll get that $200 deposit match, right? So anywho, we talked about the Tommy Tremble receptions, right? Jahan Dotson's going to be the other guy. I do want to share that with you guys here on Better Picks. Take advantage of that because it is my favorite play on the entire day, and I don't think let's pull it up right now. Can we get it on Prizepicks still? I don't think so. I saw it get removed in real time. Pretty sure it's gone. If anyone has WNBA, I don't have any WNBA picks today, man. I'm focused on NFL, so my WNBA insights are going to be nothing. I haven't done any research on WNBA, so apologies, but I got nothing for you for WNBA, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up Jahan Dotson. Pretty sure he's gone now, the receptions. Jahan Dotson, let's see, yeah. So they only have his receiving yards and fantasy score. I suppose you could pivot to his fantasy score. But just to be honest, I don't have his fantasy score. I'm playing his 2.5 receptions. I'm playing his 2.5 receptions on Prizepicks, and I'm playing his 2.5 receptions on Better Picks. So this is a perfect example of a prop that I was able to get that has really good value that Prizepicks is now taken off the board. It was too good of a prop, so that's what's going to happen, right? So I sent that into my VIP members right away. If you're not a VIP member and you're watching my content and you're irritated because you're missing plays, hop over there. It's on Patreon. You can join and get access to all my plays as soon as I place them. It is linked below in the description as well. I can certainly drop the VIP package in the chat, but right, so he was part of our 6-pick flex. He's my VIP play of the day as well. So the Jahan Dotson play, if you're able to get it on any other app, I really do like it. So I already dropped it in. It got removed. The Rico Dowdle rushing and receiving yards was my favorite play on that Thursday night football action. He cashed. We're going with Jahan Dotson today. Can't get it on Prizepicks anymore, but you can get it on Better Picks. So get that Better Picks app, and you can still tail. I hope they didn't take it off the board on Better Picks. I'd have to check, but those of you that are watching, following along, can check. And I think you can still get that prop. So anyways, first two plays on the Prizepicks portion here. Going to be Zach Moss over 0.5 rushing and receiving touchdowns. Talked about that big total for the Bengals. Talked about the red zone share he's getting. Tommy Tremble, no more Adam Thielen. His snap count's really starting to go up. His usage is really starting to go up. So I really like those two plays. Let's see if we got any questions in the chat or anything. I'm trying to keep it up, guys. Once again, apologies if I'm a little scatterbrained right now, man. I don't feel well. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging with no Prizepicks plays or no plays this week, but I'll be honest, man. I am not feeling too hot right now. We are all here on NFL Sundays morning, 2 hours before kick for all WNBA picks. Yeah, man, we're talking NFL today. I'm locked in on NFL. WNBA, when there's no NFL going on, there's no NBA and stuff. It's you know, a good filler to have some WNBA plays, but right now I'm focused on football, to be honest. We got 40 people in here, 30 likes, guys. Run this thing up to 40 likes. You'll be getting another 2 props from me. Every 10 likes, I'm dropping another pick. So we already got a nice 30. Thank you for tuning in. Nico Collins under fantasy. I can already tell you I wouldn't take the under. I was waiting on some more value to pop for Nico. I actually really liked his over fantasy earlier, like a day ago. It was really... They took Dotson receptions off better. Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. That sucks, but that was just a really, really good prop. Like I said, it's literally... So this is a good example of stuff you get with my VIP package, right? If there's really good value, I mean... I'll be pulling up the full 6-pick flex. Just keep running up the likes. You'll see, guys, my full 6-pick. We're just going to keep breaking down the plays little by little. Shortly, you know, I'll share it with you guys if we keep running up the likes and the support. Try to help you out as much as I can. But unfortunately, Dotson's no longer there, right? You can see I sent this in. He was on the Prizepicks board. Now he's not. It's just what happens when you get good value. They'll take plays down. It sucks, but it's just part of the game. So what's our next play here? What's our next play that we like? Like I said, I'm trying to keep my brain on straight here. Feeling a little bit under the weather today. Not going to lie to you guys. Not feeling the greatest. Next play, hopefully this didn't get bumped or anything, but we're looking at Mr. Bucky Irving. Let's go ahead and pull him up here. It got bumped. Yeah, so unfortunately this play got bumped too. I liked Bucky Irving's over 8.5 rushing attempts. He's up to 9 even. Full transparency, I got him at 8.5. He got bumped, so that sucks. If you're tuning in. Another example, I mean, it's annoying. I wish you guys could tail the play with no bumps, but it's just an example that my process is on point, right? He's favored on a bunch of different books to go over. He's starting to see a ton more of the rush share. Rasheed White was listed as questionable with some with an illness. So these are all reasons I liked that play. You can't get it now, so that sucks, but I'll continue along here. I'll share with you guys every play that I have, and hopefully you can get some more free value out of this thing. What's our next one here? Since that got bumped, let's just go on to the next one. Hopefully they didn't bump this thing too. DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore today, and I like his receptions prop over here on Prizepicks. 4.5. Yes, it is there, right there. DJ Moore. So this is a prop that has not got bumped yet. We'll take the. I don't like showing bumped props on my screen just because for people that aren't. I mean, it's your fault if you're not listening, but don't play bumps, guys. Ideally, you know, use multiple apps, find the best value. But the DJ Moore over 4.5 receptions is gonna be the next one that I do have locked in here today. And let's do a little prop analysis. You know, why is this guy clicking the over on this button, right? Always the question. Let's go ahead and pull him up here in the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, and you're going to see it's because I have the periods typed in here. They're not liking that. Put in more. You're going to see his best possible prop on the entire board is the over 4.5 receptions. Why is that? That's because all of these different sports books are favoring his over. He's actually all the way up to 5.5 over on Hot Streak. We're seeing minus 135 juice on the over on DraftKings, which is really solid stuff, right? If you were to go to DraftKings Sportsbook right now, you're going to have to risk $135 to win 100. If you're playing the same exact prop in a 5 or 6 pick flex on Prizepicks, you're getting minus 119 implied odds, so you're getting a really good deal, right? And the sportsbooks know everything. They know the matchups. They know the target share, right? There's millions of dollars dumped into these lines, so if you're like, what research is this guy doing? He's just looking at sportsbooks. That's why, guys. I mean, they pay people a ton of money. They have millions of dollars in algorithms. They know who are winning. Sports bettors logging into their app, placing bets. They're changing the lines based on that. They don't really care about losing sports bettors action, right? People that are actually winning money, they put down bets. You know, the sports books know that. Oh, they'll change lines based on that. Everything under the sun, right, man? They're very good at what they do, right? You get my point? So the first thing we're looking at, right, is that Vegas data. We can certainly go ahead and break down the matchup, the target share, all that fun stuff too. Let's go ahead and pull up our handy dandy tools over at Outlier, and we can analyze this prop right now for you guys as far as, you know, all those statistics too. But like I said, that minus 135 on DraftKings is a nice indicator for you that it's going to be a good play here today. They're going to be factoring in all this stuff that we're going to discuss. But I like to go ahead and sort this by implied probability. You can see the best possible prop you can take for DJ Moore outside of his under touchdowns today, which is heavily favored for him not to score a touchdown. Makes sense. It's more likely he doesn't score a touchdown than he does. There's a bunch of other players on the field. The Bears aren't the best offense. That's all factored in, right? But anyways, the over 4.5 receptions is what we're looking at. DJ Moore has exceeded 4.5 receptions in 7 of his last 8 games at home, racking up 6.1 receptions per game. So that's an 88% hit rate in his last 8 games at home that DJ Moore has cleared this prop. Taking on a Rams secondary, we're not too worried about. They're middle of the pack. Not the best possible matchup in the entire world, but, 12th best in the league. We're not too worried. And he does have some of the best target share on the team. 25.2% of the targets are going his way. I know Keenan Allen's back this week. It doesn't really concern me. The numbers still, once again, the data factored in, from Vegas, from DraftKings that we just discussed. They know Keenan Allen's coming back. His number's down to 4.5, right? If Keenan Allen was out, DJ Moore's reception prop might be set at 5.5, 6.5, or whatever the case may be. So don't sweat that Keenan Allen's back. I know that. I get it. He saw 11 targets in his first game. If anything, that's just going to make the defense have to spread out. They got to take care of Adunze, Moore, and Keenan Allen now. Maybe free up some more space for DJ Moore, having some help out there with some better receivers. Defense can't quite keen in on him quite as much as they might like to with no Keenan Allen, if that makes sense. So it doesn't bother me. Keenan's back. That's all reflected in the data. We're seeing a bunch of targets going his way. Talked about that hit rate on this particular prop for him at those home games. It's a lot of different data pointing towards the DJ Moore over 4.5 receptions being a great play here today. So we got 59 people in here. We got 38 likes, guys. Run this thing up to 50 likes right now, and I'll just pull up the full 6-pick flex that I locked in. I have all the plays. Like I said, you won't be able to get every single one of them, but I didn't want to leave you hanging with no free content, so I jumped on a stream. Feeling a little bit under the weather. Didn't want to leave you hanging. Not feeling the greatest, though. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. Let's see if we have any... more better picks props I can share with you. Let's do that. So Jahan Dotson got removed over on Better Picks, so you're not even going to be able to get the full slip on Better Picks, but get this thing up to 50. I'll share with you guys my full Better Picks ticket that I have pulled up, and I'll also share with you my full 6-pick flex on Prizepicks. It'll have the last prop that I was going to break down anyways, but we'll just kind of get straight to the point, and then we'll wrap things up so you guys can tail all the props that are still available on the board. Keep in mind, guys, I know that it's annoying when there's removals and bumps and all that stuff. I get it. It's like really annoying, but I can't control that. My job is to find the best value and attack it early. If you would like to get access to all my plays as soon as I place them, the VIP package is going to be where it's at. If you go ahead and purchase this, guys, it's going to give you access to my Discord. It's going to give you access to all these plays so that you can lock them in before the removals. I talked about that Jahan Dotson prop. It's a perfect example. This happens all the time. I know it's annoying. It does get annoying, man. I get it. If you're watching the content and you're like, well, what the heck? This doesn't help me. The play's gone. It's just part of the game, man. When you're getting good plays, if you're watching someone or you're listening to someone or you're tailing someone's picks where their plays are constantly getting bumped or removed, it just means they're doing their job. It just means they're actually finding good value, right? So Jahan Dotson's a perfect example of that. We can't get this anymore, unfortunately, for the free stream, but I already got it. I got it locked in. So, like I said, just a good example of the value I can provide you over there so you get those plays before they get removed. But I'll share this Better Picks ticket with you guys first. And then I'll pull up the full 6-pick flex on Prizepicks as well for you. And then I'll scroll the chat for any questions as well. Yeah, someone said that Nico Collins under fantasy. I think I already answered, man, but I would take his over. But the problem is his line got adjusted by a pretty big margin. I saw him at 15.5. He was up to 17 even the last time I saw. I still do have him going over that, but it's like, it just doesn't feel good taking that big of a bump, right? It's like I kind of miss the value. I'd rather just look to elsewhere for the props. I'm gonna drop this VIP package link in the chat as well, so check that out, guys. If you haven't already, I come on, I break down actual plays that I'm playing back on my own money setting over there, right? So unfortunately that one's gone, but that would be the link I just dropped, where if you do want to get access to that, check that out. Let's give you guys these Better Picks Better Picks picks that I'm on. There's another one that I really like here that you can only get on better. Hopefully it's still there for you. If it's not there, I apologize. But anywho, let's do this right now. So once again, if you don't have better guys, they're going to hook you up with a nice $200 deposit match with my link and code KJKDFS. Let's pull this up here. Okay, so the Dotson play apparently got removed, someone said. But this is the rest of the ticket I locked in. So it's a nice 5-pick perfect play. You could run a 5-pick dynamic play. I recommend running all 5-pick dynamic and 6-pick dynamics on better picks. Those are the best two. The 5-pick perfect is like the next best, and it's like very similar. So it's still a decent entry type. There's nothing wrong with doing it. Just your risk is a little bit higher, right? Because you got to get them all right. So if you run the 5-pick dynamic, you can get one wrong and still profit. So it's up to you whether you do that. I decided to go with the perfect. I like these plays a lot. So the Jahan Dotson over 2.5 receptions is the first one. We got that Tommy Tremble over 2.5 receptions. We already ran that on Prizepicks. I'm running it on better as well. Love that prop. Talked about that snap count climbing up, right? The target share should be there for him. Zach Moss over 12.5 rush attempts. This will be a perfect example of getting value you can get on. There's going to be good value on this play on better picks, and you can't get it on Prizepicks because it's bumped up, right? So here's a good example. There's good value on his rush attempts at over 12.5, but the problem is he already got bumped up on Prizepicks to 13 even. So they've gone ahead and taken that value away. I would not recommend running this on Prizepicks for that reason. These lines are just so dang precise. There's a really high likelihood he ends with 13 rushing attempts exactly. It happens all the time. As a matter of fact, if you listen to my Thursday Night Football video, it literally happened on that prop, and I talked about it. We had the under 14.5 on Singletary. He was bumped down to 14 even on Prizepicks. He literally ended with 14 rushing attempts exactly in that game, and I talked about it in that video. It happens all the time, and people won't listen to me, and they'll just play the prop anyways on Prizepicks. I like another Zach Moss prop on Prizepicks. We already talked about the touchdown, so just take his touchdown. Don't take the bump, right? Play the 12.5 rushing attempts over on better picks where it's not bumped. You get my point. I like the Bijan Robinson over 3.5 receptions. So there's another prop. I believe that's available on Prizepicks. If you do want to run it, we're going to be running a different prop on Prizepicks for him, but I like both. So we'll talk about that shortly. I'll pull that up. Get this thing up to 50 likes. I'm going to pull up the full 6-pick flex for you guys on Prizepicks. That will reveal that last Bijan prop that I'm discussing. And this CJ Stroud prop I like a lot. This is not available on Prizepicks. Over 2.5 rushing attempts. Another example of a really good prop that we can't get on Prizepicks that we can get on better picks, right? If you search this CJ Stroud prop on Prizepicks, you're going to see they don't even have his over 2.5 rushing attempts listed. That is because there's good value on it. So Prizepicks has said it's too good of a prop, we're not going to even list it, right? That's kind of how the algorithm works. If there's too good of a prop, they might change it into a Green Goblin. They might not even list it. They might bump it. They do all these different things to try to limit their losses, right? So the CJ Stroud over 2.5 rushing attempts, I love that prop, but you can't get it on Prizepicks. So there's a good example of a really good prop. If you download the Better Picks app, they'll match you up to the 200, lock this bad boy in. You're not going to be able to get the, I don't know, did any of these plays bump or anything? Let me know in the chat. I'm just doing 1,000 things at once here, so. But yeah, so CJ Stroud over 2.5 rushing attempts, Bijan Robinson over 3.5 receptions, Zach Moss over 12.5 rushing attempts, right? We talked about how that's bumped up on Prizepicks. You can't get that. And we got the Tremble and Dotson receptions. So there's a 5-pick that I'm running myself that I sent over the VIP. It sounds like you can't get some. Sorry that happens, but I can't control it, man. It sucks, but take the ones you can. Maybe run some other props that you like over there. So that's some nice, some better picks value for you. And we're still at 47 likes. Come on, 3 more likes, guys. I'm going to pull up the full 6-pick flex, and then we'll get out of here. We just need 3 dang likes. I'm going to share it with you guys anyways for those of you that are showing support here. But we should be able to do it. Come on. It's 3 likes. So anyways, yeah, that's the better picks action that I'm running. Feel free to tail any of those plays. And we got one more play on Prizepicks that I'll be pulling up here for you guys as soon as we get that to 50. Let's see, and monitor the chat too. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to drop them. I'm going to probably get out of here soon, but I will gladly answer any props questions you got. Looks like we got some WNBA questions, but I already said that. All right, 51 likes. Let's pull it up here. This is what I got, guys. Boom. So we got the Zach Moss over 0.5 rushing and receiving touchdowns. We got the Jahan Dotson over 2.5 receptions. Bucky Irving over 8.5 rushing attempts. That got bumped up to 9 even. I don't recommend taking bumps, but I mean, I can't control that, right? I did my job. I beat the bump. So that's some really good value at 8.5. Jahan Dotson has some really good value on 2.5 receptions. That prop's gone, unfortunately, but you can still get Moss. You can still get Tommy Tremble. You can still get DJ Moore. I think you can still get Bijan, right? Can we get Mr. Bijan Robinson? Pretty sure you can. Yes, you can. So boom. Zach Moss. You can still get. So yeah, those are the props you're still going to be able to get. Unfortunately, Bucky Irving got bumped. Jahan Dotson got removed. I know it's annoying, guys, but it just means I did my job, right? So here we go. I guess I'll pull this up on the screen. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat right now. I'm probably going to head out of here soon if we don't have any more questions going on. But this is one ticket. I have more plays over in the VIP once again. If you want to hop over there to get access to all of these bad boys, you can. But that's what we're rocking with. Know what sucks? Some of these plays got removed. You can get them as soon as I place them, though, by joining over here, right? If you are interested. If you have any questions, I'll hook you up with some answers right now. Now or never. Ask them. I already pulled up that Better Picks ticket, so if you're just tuning in, you can kind of rewind once I head out of here. Do you like Chris Godwin today? Yeah, Chris Godwin is actually popping pretty good for me. I don't really have a particular prop that I was on. His fantasy score, I did have him projected over. I'm not officially running that prop, just so you know, though. I didn't decide to go with that. These are the 6 that I ran that I'm going to share with you guys for free. But, yeah. Strange over 28.5 receiving yards. I don't have anything on Strange so far. What QB do you like today? I have a QB prop on Underdog Fantasy that I ran, I know, but it's bumped on Prizepicks, though. How you liking Cousins and Carr over passing? They are not props that I'm on, to be honest. I could certainly, I mean, we could analyze them if you want real quick. What do you mean by passing? Passing yards, passing completions, passing attempts. I mean, there's a lot of different passing props. If you tell me, passing yards. Okay, let's do it. Let's type them into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer right now. Let's see. I mean, let's see what his top prop is. Let's see what they got for everything on Kirk Cousins right now. Looks like the best prop you could take is his under 220.5 passing and rushing yards. They do like his over passing yards at the 218. It's not like a crazy good prop, but looks like the best prop you could be taking is his under 220.5 passing and rushing yards. However, to answer your question on the over 218.5, there is technically a little bit of value there. I mean, they've got it at a 51.05% hit rate. Nothing crazy. I mean, my recommendation would be there's going to be better props, so I probably wouldn't run it. But to answer your question, sure. Do Aaron Jones over 61.5 rushing yards? Why not? Let's look at it. Aaron Jones. I can't type. I don't feel good today. I'm struggling, guys. I apologize. Nothing crazy. Once again, I'd recommend going with the receiving yards if you're going to take anything, but it's not crazy value on Jones. There's not really any good value on Jones on the Prizepicks board, it looks like. You got a little bit of, I mean, yeah, these props all kind of suck, man, to be honest. Justin Jefferson in fantasy, yes, I do like Jefferson's over fantasy. I always like just his fantasy, though. Like, he just pops so good in points per reception format models. Like, I decided not to go with him, but he was someone I was debating on, I will be honest. The two guys that I got to ask for on fantasy scores. Somebody asked Chris Godwin and somebody asked Justin Jefferson are actually two of the best props I had from an over aspect on fantasy score when I was running my numbers. I just thought there was more edge in these props that I went with. But yes, honestly, to answer both of your questions, and DJ Moore just got bumped. You can't make it up, man. Yeah, so once again, right, it just shows whatever, man, I'm doing my job. I beat the bump, right? So the reason that Prizepicks changes these props and moves them is because it was such a good play that they got to move it. So I did my job. I got it in at 4.5. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, you just got it in at 4.5 because, I mean, now we're talking about how many different props in my ticket that are gone. We have the Moss touchdown, I think, is still available. Dotson got taken off the board. Bucky Irvin got bumped up to 9 even. DJ Moore just got bumped up to 5 even. So that's 1 removed, 2 bumped already. I don't know if there was more removals. If you guys are tuning in and scanning the Prizepicks board, is anything else gone? I don't know, but part of the game, man. It sucks, but like I said, VIP package is going to be where it's at, right? I'm just coming on. I'm sharing you guys actual plays that I'm playing. We're breaking them down. Trying to give you guys free value. Sorry you can't get the whole ticket in, but I can't do anything about it, bro. Any more questions? Jennings receiving or Conklin receiving 2.5? I guess I'll do Conklin since you asked the second. Let's pull him up here. Let's see what we got here for Conklin. Looks like, yeah, the best possible prop you can take is his over 2.5 receptions. It's a decent prop, minus 130 on the over on DraftKings. I'd give you the green light on that. Looks like there's a little bit of value on the fantasy, but there's much more edge in that the receptions. Just keep in mind, if you're playing a 5-pick flex or a 6-pick flex on Prizepicks, you're getting minus 119 implied odds. So, I mean, DraftKings is a very reliable book. DraftKings and FanDuel, I mean, they're big monopolies, man. They've been around in the American betting game for a while for a reason. They don't lose money, so their lines are very good, right? Caesars all the way up to minus 135, too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, right, Caesars? Not a bad book. BetMGM, I really have no respect for their lines. If you know what you're doing on BetMGM, you're going to get limited. I mean, I had sportsbooks get legal in my state. Kind of was like, I know sports betting, but, you know, it was the first time I actually had them all legal in my state. BetMGM. There's all these different things you can do. You can prime your account. All these different things people talk about as far as, like, acting dumb so you don't get limited quick. That was a book. They did not like me after a little bit. So you live and you learn all these different markets and stuff in the sports betting world. Some are kind of a little bit sharper than others. Some kind of know a little bit more what they're doing. So, like, DraftKings, in my opinion, DraftKings, I mean, it's just facts, but DraftKings lines mean way more to me than BetMGM's lines. I mean, that's all I'm saying. When I'm looking at this optimizer, if I see DraftKings at minus 150 and I see BetMGM at minus 110, truthfully, like, I don't really care that BetMGM's at minus 110. Pinnacle's the sharpest sports book in the world. I care more about what they think. They have them at minus 119. They're not quite as heavy on them as DraftKings, but that DraftKings minus 130, still relevant, man. So, yeah, I like Conklin. I'm not officially running it, but like I'm just doing a little Q&A here, answering your guys' questions. This is the official 6 picks that I am actually backing, right, that I'm actually playing. I click on Prizepicks when I finalize and keeps loading. So annoying. Yeah. Hey, man. Don't know what to say. All right, if we have any more questions, I'm starting to feel a little better here, but like I said, sorry, I wasn't able to get a video out because I'm not feeling the greatest, and I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so I said we'll pop on a live. Unfortunately, multiple of the plays got bumped or removed, but like DJ Moore's up to 5 even. It just is what it is, man. It just shows that the process is on point, right? Anytime you're getting plays at a certain line and they're changing and you got a better line, it just means you're doing your job. So, yeah, best of luck, guys. Couple things. We went over it, but you can get a bunch of different deposit matches, a bunch of different deals with my code, right? KJKDFS on all these different apps. Prizepicks, if you play $5, you're going to get $50 instantly with my code and my link. I'll comment it and pin it at the top of the comments on the stream when I wrap things up here in a second. And then Better Picks, they're going to match you all the way up to $200. So that's a pretty awesome deposit match. Take advantage of that, man. You got 200 free bucks in your account to get you started. If you're just getting started on an app, you can really take advantage of some free money and really turn it into a lot more, right? It would be silly not to be doing just that. So hopefully that all makes sense. I think I'm going to wrap things up here, man. If anyone has questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will answer one last question if I get another one here within the next 60 seconds. If I don't, I'm probably just going to head out of here. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone that supports the channel. Really do appreciate it. I know 1,000 different people have a VIP package these days, but if you're looking for someone that kind of, knows a lot about this, can beat those bumps, you're kind of seeing it live in real time. Like DJ Moore got bumped, right? We saw Jahan Dotson get removed. We saw Bucky Irving get bumped. That's just how these apps work when you get a good play. So you're seeing an actual play that I'm playing, I'm breaking it down, right? And then you're kind of seeing in real time, like all these different props are changing on the, or getting removed on the props that I took. And there's a reason for that. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to head out of here, man. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hopefully we cash in on all these props that I shared. Everybody wins a bunch of money. That's always the goal, right? Take advantage of those deposit matches, those bonuses. Best of luck, man, on all of your NFL props. Shared some Prizepicks picks with you. Shared some Better Picks. If you missed them, you can scroll back through. When I get off this live, you can still search the live. Check when I do my phone cast in the middle of the screen. Just copy the plays, right? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck today. Good luck. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you in the next one, the next video, the next live stream, whatever the heck I do next. Peace out, guys.